Good evening. I'm Stephen Collins speaking to you from Sarnia, Ontario, Canada, and welcome back to my violin making workshop. Just an update on the Guarneri copy violin I'm working on. So tonight I'm working on graduating the back. The outside is carved and purfled, and I apologize about the light, it's a little bit of a glare in here. But the process for doing that, the process I use is to map out the thickness areas in the back, the lungs and the center area, and to very carefully mark that out. And then I go to the drill press, seen in the back there, and I drill holes with a depth stop to a certain thickness according to the map I've laid out here. And that way when I lay the instrument plate into the cradle here, I'm able to carve out to the bottom of the holes, and that way I have a guide to help me to carve more quickly. And the system I use is very simple. I've got a rubber mat that I have on the workbench, followed by the cradle, shaped cradle, and then something to protect the back surface of the wood that's been so carefully carved and scraped. And then I lay it in the cradle, and I put a couple of cauls on there and then clamp that down, and then I'm able to safely carve, and I can reposition this any way I want. Some people use a swivel through the bench and they swivel it around like that. This is a system I've used for a long time. And then the gouges I'm using, I use a bent gouge to make carving easy going into the plate. Sometimes if I want a larger tool, I'll use a straight gouge with a slightly bigger profile. And sometimes I'll go down to something small. The British call this tool a quick because you can remove material very quickly with it. And I always keep at hand a strop with honing compound. I like to keep my tools razor sharp, so I put some honing compound on there and strop the tool edge. And then I follow that on a complementary piece of wood with a contour on it and stropping compound on that too. That's how I go about that. I should probably have this plate done in the next couple of days, and then you'll see me back here with another update. Thank you for joining me.